Welcome, welcome, welcome. Thank you for joining us wherever you are joining from. I welcome you and appreciate you for connecting to the program. Please like and share on your platform. Like and family and friends, share to as many people as you can so that to enough people. Wherever you are joining us from, make sure you share this program. Don't keep it to yourself. We have that responsibility to spread this gospel, and we must continue to spread the gospel in our own little way. Do not be discouraged. No matter what you see, no matter what you hear, do not be discouraged. There are a lot of discouragement that is being pushed out there against the Biafran people. You are definitely going to see certain things that will discourage you, but I urge you to stay encouraged. Never give up. It's gospel. And at the end of the day, we will be glad we did. Because our victory is sure. Nobody is going to take away our victory from us. Nobody is going to take away the success we are making from us. Nobody is going to stand on our way. No matter how they try, they will never succeed. So we have come again today to preach the gospel as we always do. And before then, let us listen to our inspirational music that we always use to prepare our mind and soul for the message of the day. Let's go. Welcome. Welcome, my beloved sister Linda Shinishu. I appreciate you, my sister. Thank you for joining. She-boy, you are welcome. Acho, you are welcome. Jack, Acho. Peter Pan, you are welcome. It's been a long time, Peter. I have not seen you around. I hope all is well. Thank you for joining, Peter. Please like and share on your platform. Share to family and friends. Share to everyone that is close to you. You're welcome, my brother Peter. Let's keep on going. Let's keep on doing what we have to do. No matter the discouragements, no matter the distraction, we must have the most fun. Like and share the program as you join us. Please click like and share. Try and make sure you invite somebody to join us. Please like and share as you connect. Welcome. Please like and share the program. Today is Thursday. On this Thursday message, please like and share the program so that we can be able to reach out to as many people as possible. Only by your own support, your liking, that will make us to get to where we need to get to. If you do not like the program and you don't share, it is going to be very difficult for us to overcome. Please do your own part.
Abiyama who said it in heaven. Therefore, as we always commence, not from today, but from of old. Our Father who art in heaven, that your name may be hallowed by men, that we may bow at the mention of it, that we may offer every glory unto thee, that we may offer you every adoration and adulation, because there is none like thee. You fight our battles for us. Every blessed day you demonstrate through your kindness and your everlasting mercy that you are our Lord, our God, and our Creator. This evening we offer these your children unto thee. All over this very planet that you created, they are listening across the entire 24 time zones on this very planet where they inhabit. They are listening to your gospel this very evening, this gospel of redemption, a gospel of hope, a gospel of restoration, a gospel of renewal, this very gospel of freedom, this very gospel of emancipation as only you ordained. That this gospel must be preached, that mankind may be set free from the eternal damnation of the creation of the British. My goodness me, I didn't want to remain in the spirit because we must worship heaven. We answer your name, O Lord of hosts. Everything about us is designed to offer glory unto thee. We have atoned for our sins last year. This very year we have not only atoned for our sins, we have sealed, we have shed blood, they have shed our blood. We have let our sacrifice be made unto thee. Even on the 30th of August, as we are being felled by the bullets of the enemy, by the workers of iniquity and of darkness, we remain very strong today to beckon upon thee, to ask you for your mercy and for your grace, to ensure that your kingdom is restored upon the face of the earth, that you can bring your healing hand to bear upon the life of those of them that you created for one singular purpose, and that purpose alone, which is to worship you in truth and in every honesty. Is there any way that we have erred? Is there any way that our ancestors may have sinned? We confess before a congregation of the whole of humanity to ask you, oh Lord of hosts, to have mercy on us. You must have mercy upon us. We have suffered enough. We have been subjugated enough. We have been tortured enough. We have been imprisoned enough. We did not do these people anything. Our only crime is to answer your name. Our only crime is to be born your children. Our only crime is to excel at everything that we place our hands into. Our only crime is to exhibit your glory and your blessing, which manifestedly is upon our lives every blessed day. That is why they want to kill us. That is why the British want to join those of them who don't know you to destroy your creation and your inheritance. You will not allow shame to befall your name. You will not allow the enemies to triumph over the lives of your children, because you created us to exist, to worship, to honor, and to praise you. That is exactly what we are going to do when this Biafra comes. It will come in truth and in every honesty, because we remain every blessed day whiter than white and whiter than snow. Is there any way that we have sinned that you cannot forgive us our trespasses, to enable us to fulfill your own word, which was spoken thousands of years ago, that instead of what you promised not to come to pass, that heaven and earth will cease to exist? You opened your mouth to bless mankind to the coming of Yahweh Yeshua, who came here and said, let your kingdom come on earth as it is in heaven. Those words can never be in vain, because they are anchored upon your holiness and your magnificence. That is why in the end we know that Biafra will come. that these children that we have given birth to all over the world, and their children, and their children, and their children, as long as they give birth to them and they are Biafrans, they will worship you in truth and honesty. Through this very work we are doing, mankind will come to understand you. Let your miracle be wrought in our lives. Let us witness and behold your magnificence, your holiness, your mystery, and your grace under our command. Oh Lord of hosts, we call upon you. We call upon you to heal. We call upon you to provide succor to those of them who are inconsolable. We ask you to come and strengthen those who are weak. We ask you to restore hope where there is hopelessness. We ask you for inclusion where there is destitution. We ask you for one brotherhood, one camaraderie, one bone, one blood, and one flesh of your children. The Efiks and the Bibios, the Izon, the Shekiri, the Isobos, and also those of them from Isobo. We are traveling all the way to the lands of Igala. We are moving on from there to Idoma, to Igede, to the territories of the Igbo land. All these places we dedicate unto thee. All these lands of yours, we ask you to cover it with your mercy. Because Biafra will come, and when it does, we will dance on the streets. I'm telling you, by the time that we are done, humanity will think that we are mad, we are drunk in your glory, and rightfully so, because your kingdom will come to rest upon this very earth. That very kingdom is the unadulterated, non-negotiable sovereignty of the Republic of Biafra, that your will may be fulfilled in our time. All this we pray, all this we ask for, in no other name apart from that name that belongs to you.
He said, welcome, 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 welcome. Thank you for joining us on this program, wherever you are joining from. I welcome everyone who has connected to this program this morning. Please, wherever you are connecting from, I urge you to kindly like and share the platform. Like and share the program to all your platform. Like and share to family and friends. Share to everyone that is close to you. Share to everyone that is close to you. Do not keep the message to yourself. We must continue to spread this gospel to the ends of the world, and our voice must be heard. The voice of the Biafran people must be heard. Do not be silent, no matter the distraction you see, no matter the obstacle, the hindrances, no matter the temptations that are coming right, left, and center. Do not be distracted. Remain focused. Remain focused, because our destination is freedom, and we shall be free, no matter what the enemy is saying, no matter the interpretation of the enemy. We will never give in to their deception. We will never give in. We will continue to move until we get into our promised land, and nobody will stop us from moving to our promised land. Nobody will stop us, no matter who the person is, no matter their distraction, no matter the weapon of warfare. It does not matter how they try to do it. We will not succumb. So, my fellow Biafrans that is watching, if you are watching me from YouTube or you're watching from Facebook, any place you are watching this program from, I urge you to please try as much as possible to invite somebody to join us. Wherever you are watching this program from, I urge you to please invite somebody to join, either on Facebook or on YouTube. Bring somebody in. The gospel of Biafra is a very tough one and strong one because of the challenges we are having on the social media. But we will never stop, no matter how we try. This platform where you are watching this program is a platform that is under the Biafra Republic of Exile. a platform under the command of our Prime Minister, Master Simon Ekpa, and the Supreme Command of Master Namika. In this very platform, we do not come here to instigate violence. We don't come here to preach hate. We do not come online here to engage in saga. We don't come here to attack individuals. What we are here for is to encourage every Biafran, wherever they might be. We are here to encourage all the Biafrans across the world to continue to hold on to their freedom, hold on to their legitimate right, the right to self-determination, the right to self-defense, and the right to life. We are here to bring out the truth. We are here to debunk every lie that has been told against us by the contractor called Nigeria. They have been telling so much lie against us, many blackmail, propaganda, flying right, left, and center. And we will not fold our hand and pretend it's not happening. We will debunk every of them one after the other. That is why we are here. Our morning section is an interactive section. If you are watching from YouTube, you can use the link and join on stage if you have anything to say. If you have a contribution to make, a prayer to make, a question to ask, whatever you want to say, just use that link on YouTube and you will join us here. You have your time to ask your question. You have your time to make a contribution. Use your 3 minutes or 5 minutes and say whatever you want to say. You have the right to your own opinion. We are not going to stop you. The only thing we desire and demand here is that when you are appearing on our stage, make sure you are properly covered. You cannot appear on this program naked. And when you are speaking, you must try as much as possible to be civil. Be civil in your communication. No matter how angry you are, no matter the opinion you have, you must be civil. Express yourself in a civil manner so that the world will understand you. The Biafran cabinet is watching. Our Prime Minister is watching. The whole world is watching and observing. And every single comment you make in this platform is being noted. So you must be very careful what you say and how you say it if you want to make an impact. So my fellow Biafran, today we are still here to remind you about the restoration of Biafra, and you must put your eyes on the ball. The Prime Minister of Biafra, Republic of Nigerian, Simon Ekpa, always told us that we should put our eyes on the rising sun. We should put our eyes on the rising sun. Every one of us should remember that in the past, it was all generally said that people should put their eyes on the ball. But for us as Biafrans, our eyes is on the rising sun. We must not take our eyes away from the rising sun. And when we say our eyes on the rising sun, our eyes is on the restoration of the independent state of Biafra. That is where your eyes are supposed to be. When you hear us say our eyes is on the rising sun, it means our eyes, every of your attention, every of your effort, anything you are doing should be focused on the restoration of Biafra. Whatever anybody throws towards you and it does not have the interest of the Biafran people, do not engage in it. Except you are not a Biafran. If you are not a Biafran, you are free to do whatever you want. You are free to fall into any angle you want to fall into. But once you are a genuine Biafran, you must not accept any agreement or any discussion that does not have to benefit Biafra. We are in a critical time. We are in May. And the time is fast running. This is not the time where you will just sit back and you'll be wishing, oh, I wish Biafra will come. Oh, I wish this would be true. It is no longer about wishful thinking. It is not even about prayer alone. We have prayed and Chukwu have answered our prayer. Today is the time for us to put our word to action. It is time to go to work. We are in an era that you have to go to work. It is not about shouting, crying, and complaining. The time to go to work is now. That is why you must put your eyes, your effort, and focus on the restoration of Biafra. When you look at everything that is happening in the contractor called Nigeria, you will see that there is no other remedy anywhere except disintegration of the Soviet Republic. The only time you can find safety, the only time you can enjoy good economy, the only time you can enjoy good amenities, the only time you can enjoy security is when you get out of the Soviet Republic. That is the only time you will enjoy all that. As long as you continue to be part of the zoo, it doesn't matter whom you are. If you are an indigenous person in that contraction and you continue to attach your name attach yourself to that name called Nigeria, you are exposing yourself to danger, and you are going to face the consequence of your action. As long as you continue to attach yourself to Nigeria, you are going to face the punishment that is meant for Nigeria. Number one is that Nigeria is not created to be a nation, has never been and will never be. So stop deceiving yourself. Nigeria, from the creation, the intention was not to make it a nation. It was a company to serve the interests of the British and continue to serve the interests of the British. But somehow, some people have decided to support that interest of the British because it favors their own personal interest. As long as money continues to flow into their own account, they don't care. In that name called Nigeria, there is nothing like collective interest. Whenever you hear Nigeria, just know there is nothing like collective interest in Nigeria. And when you hear patriotism, Nigeria, there is nothing that has to do with patriotism in Nigeria name, that name Nigeria. No single person is patriotic to Nigeria, including the caliphate, the Fulanis. Nobody is patriotic to that name. Everybody is pursuing their own personal and selfish interest. That is why you see what your politicians are doing. They don't care about you. A politician doesn't mind to sell a whole of his state for his own personal gratification. Nigeria is not a nation, will never ever be. So for those of you who are dreaming, you better wake up from your dream. But I know that so many of those idiots know. But simply because they are helpless, they are scared, they have been too long in fraud that they now believe that it's only true a fraudulent means that they can survive. That is why it is hard for some of them to support the restoration of Biafra. That is why you see them, when you talk about the disintegration of the zoo, they get angry. When you talk about disintegrating this entity, this company, and make it a nation, that each nation will be on their own and grow the way other nations are growing, they get angry because they know they cannot compete in a sane country. But when it comes to Biafran people, we don't care. We are on our way out. And if you are a Biafran, up to this moment, you are confused. Sorry. I'm sorry for you. You are going to pay a heavy price. You are going to pay a heavy price. I just pray that you'll be alive to tell the story of what you have gone through. Today, we see how Nigeria is happening to every single one of them who supported that so-called Nigeria. At one time or the other, you see them come and cry out on the social media. And the only time they cry out is when it affects them directly. Whenever it affects them directly, they come and cry out. But these are the same people who will come and tell you, oh, it is better together. It is better here. It is better together. No separation. Don't talk about this one. One Nigeria, one Nigeria. But immediately it affects them. The evil of one Nigeria is exposed. Once it gets to them, they begin to complain. You see them on social media. When their house is destroyed, they come to social media. Oh, the state is against them. Why is the state destroying real estate? Why is it that real estate is being destroyed? Real estate business cannot be trusted in Nigeria again. Why is it that they sell a house and then they destroy it? Why is it? Complain and complain and complain. And they only complain when it affects them. When we say injustice against one is injustice against all, they will not agree because it has to do with the Biafra. They won't agree. And some of the Biafrans have decided to yield into the criminality. Some of them believe that that is the only way to survive. The contraction called Nigeria have conditioned the mind of some Biafrans that they believe that except they support this fraud, that they cannot strive. That is how bad it has become. And that is why it is urgent that we must get out of this very cage before it is too late. If you do not get out on time, a time will come when you are going to see, you will not find a single able person. You won't find a single reasonable person. Because the rate at which people including those who claim to acquire certificates. Some of them claim to have gone to moon to read and acquire certificates. They go to other planets to read and acquire certificates. And once they land in the zoo, they will turn to idiots. You will see them supporting something that is not possible. You will see them, when they sit in a studio, they will sit in a place and solve a problem with their mouth. Then when you talk of putting that word to action, they will run. We don't want to be part of this very madness. Our eyes is on the rising sun, and the sun must shine. It does not matter what anybody is saying. It doesn't matter under which disguise you are hiding. Our eyes is on the rising sun. And if you are a genuine Biafra, you must not engage yourself in anything that does not favor Biafra. I have said this several times, that the world operates according to interest. Everybody on the planet Earth is here for their own interest, chasing their own interest. When you hear the United Nations, you think they are getting united because of your favor. No. The United Nations is not united because of you. No. They are united because of themselves, to make sure they take control and direct you on what to do and what not to do. If the United Nations was to be for the interest of everybody, there will be no crisis in the world. They don't have to wait until lives are wasted before they come in. But when you hear United Nations, for those who formed it for themselves, to unite and manipulate you, to unite and make things right. It is not to unite and stop evil. It is not to unite and direct good affairs. No, it is not. It is for their own interest. Whenever their interest is threatened, that is when you see them in action. They call it, they say that there's a United Nations. In this same area where United Nations, you see genocide happening time and time again. You see life being wasted time and time again. They will never speak or take action as long as they are not affected. From history, the so-called United Nations are always late in everything. They can never come in until lives are wasted. Look at the situation of the contraction called Nigeria. Even the dumbest man on the planet Earth knows that Nigeria is too big to be a one country. Nigeria is too big to be, it is too destructive to allow Nigeria to remain the way it is. This is a fact, that even if you are not a Nigerian, all you need to do is to interview people from different areas of Nigeria. Interview people from the north, interview people from the middle belt, interview people from the southwest, interview people from the southeast. After this interview, come to your conclusion, you realize that the contraption called Nigeria is sitting in a cake of gunpowder. That the only solution to that contraption is what? Disintegration. You don't force nations against their will to be together. It doesn't happen. It doesn't happen. You are only creating problem and chaos. The people in the southern part of Nigeria and the north has nothing in common. Before I came online, I just came across a video where the government of a state in the north, is sponsoring marriage for children as young as 13 years old to be married off to others. And what reason did he give? That he wants to alleviate poverty in the life of those children, because these are the children that lost their parents in the terrorist activities in the north. Children who have lost their parents in the hand of the terrorists in the north. The only help that the government of the northern part of Nigeria could give to them, a state that we mentioned, I think Nigeria or whatever, is to marry them out to people, underage children, as young as 13 years old. This is a country you want to be part of. This is a country you are telling Biafra to be part of. An abomination that cannot be heard of anywhere in 21st century. And these idiots are hiding under religion. They hide under religion to commit all these atrocities. This is a place you want us to embrace and stay together as one. A country where a government is sponsoring underage marriage. Government of a state sponsoring underage up to 100 children, more than 100 children, to be handed over to the elderlies. That they are the people who lost their parents, and the only way they can support them is to take them and give to people in marriage, underage children. And a state government is sponsoring that abuse. This is the country you want to be part of. Do you know the funniest thing? The woman who is the minister for women affairs is a Biafran lady. Of course, that thing is an abomination. The woman who is in charge of their women affairs ministry is a Biafran, and this woman took the governor to court. The woman could not stand it. She is a Biafran, and she knows what it means. She knows what it means to give out an underage girl, as young as 13 years old girl, for marriage, without their consent, by force, in the name of helping them. After you have used terrorists to take away their parents. And they are not even talking about how to stop the terrorism. All they do is to destroy the life of their parents and then carry the children and hand over to other people. The Minister of Women Affairs took the governor to court. And you know what Nigeria is? A lawless country, a place where the court has no say. They say that the court is the last hope for ordinary man. But in the zoo, the court is your doom. Is the doom for ordinary man. If they want to destroy an ordinary man, they drag him to court. And once you get to the court, you are finished. The Minister of Women Affairs, a Biafran lady, took the governor to court. And the governor came in defense. And do you see what the governor said? The governor did not stop. He didn't say he will not. He only said that he is not going to attend the event, but he is going to sponsor it. That the people who are organizing it is a certain group, religious group, organizing it. That the woman should not, the minister should not interfere in religious and cultural affairs. So it is their religion and culture to marry out 13 years old child. A country where they have minister for women affairs, a Biafran lady said no, and she took them to court. The governor came out and said the marriage will go on. The only thing that he is not going to attend, but he will sponsor it. As if that is not enough. Those who are hiding under religion came out and they are calling for the resignation of that woman. They are calling for the president to resign the woman for interfering in the abuse of children. Now you understand how bad it is. They want the woman to resign from her post for interfering in the abuse of children. They keep on denying that those people are not up to their, it's from 18 years upwards, none is 13 years. But the woman herself says she has evidence. And of course, before a woman who is Minister for Women Affairs will come out and lay some allegation, you know she has credible evidence. And she was saying it on the national TV that she has an evidence and she'll meet them in court. And those people who are hiding under religion came out and they are protesting against her, demanding that the president should sack the woman as a minister for interfering into their culture and their regional affairs. In 21st century, a government sponsoring the abuse of little children as young as they think, not just encouraging, sponsoring. And this is a country you want us to be part of, right? This is a country you are hoping that tomorrow is going to be better. This is a country you say it has future. It is a pity. Some of these things we are saying is just to bring it. We're not saying it that they're going to stop, because they're not going to stop anything. They're not going to stop. Even when the woman, the Minister for Women Affairs have revealed it, the governor said it in plain word that it will not stop. That the marriage will go on. The only thing that you're going to attend. And that is final. And let me tell you, nothing will be done. Those children will be married out. Those voiceless children will be married out. This is the country we don't want to be part of. That lady who they made woman affairs is a Biafra. And she knows that that is an abomination. In 21st century, in this planet Earth, that cannot be tolerated. But because what is happening in the country called Nigeria does not affect the interests of the West, they don't care. That same governor will fly from Nigeria to go to the United States and hold meeting. He will fly into the United States to hold meeting, including holding meeting with their government officials. The United States and the UK will continue to establish their bilateral relationship, make it stronger with the zoo, a country that sponsors terrorism, sponsors the abuse of children, sponsors the abuse of the young ones. And yet, they don't seem to see anything wrong in it because their own interest is protected. That is why when you hear United Nations, it is not about, they are not united because of you. They are united because of themselves. Whenever you see them go to action, it is to protect their own interest. Just like when you saw Niger wanted to liberate themselves. When Niger wanted to liberate themselves, they remember that every one of them added their voice. The US came in, the French people came in, the UK came in, and they were all speaking in anger, trying to use the AU which they formed for you in Africa. They tried to use the AU that they formed to push their evil agenda. That is how bad it is. One thing with us Biafrans is that we don't pretend. That is, we are very vocal, we don't pretend. It's not like some of them who are preaching rubbish, they say Africa will be one, Africa. We don't pretend. Before you can talk of making everybody work, first of all, do your homework and make your home okay. Prepare your home very well. Then we can now come under a certain agreement and decide how we are going to be together. That is what we are asking for. We want to lay down a standard. Every region should go back to where they are. The Southwest, go back to Ududua, or whatever name you want to be at. Go back to your roots, plan your nation the way you want it. The Middle Belt, be on their own. The Arewas, on their own. Later on, if we choose to cooperate and do things together, we can now find a name and decide under which umbrella we're going to be. We cannot continue to run based on the law that is made by somebody who is not part of us. Every single thing that is written down as a rule is instruction gotten from the British. Every single thing you see in Nigeria is serving the purpose of the British. That is why they gave you the police force. And the police force of Nigeria is there to force you to do anything you want to do. Where do you see police force apart from Nigeria? Where do you see police force? They gave you police force in Nigeria to force you to do. That is why you see them carrying AK-47 police. Ordinary police in the streets carrying AK-47. And they will tell you that they will shoot you and nothing will happen. And they do. Not just that they tell you, they do. They take innocent citizens' life and nothing happens. And you want us to pretend all is well. You want us to continue to be part of this criminality. We cannot. We don't pretend. We have seen all the evil that they are doing, and the only choice for us is to walk away, and we are walking away, whether they like it or not. Whether they like it or they don't like it. If they like, let them continue to buy all the politicians in Biafra. We have already disengaged ourselves from the politicians. That is why if you see any idiot praising a politician, if you see any Biafra attaching him or herself to a politician, that person is mad. The person is insane. Those are the grade 1 saboteurs. The worst, those ones who claim to be fighting for Biafra, and you see them attaching themselves to a politician, these are the worst criminals you can think of in Biafra land. It doesn't matter who the person is. No matter who the person is, no matter under which umbrella the person is fighting for the freedom, no matter the person you are supporting, no matter the person that is your husband, your wife, your brother, as long as you are attaching yourself to a politician and you claim to be fighting for freedom, you are an idiot. You are the #1 saboteur that must be stayed away from. Because these politicians, they are, more especially politicians in Biafra land, they are the worst of the worst. People who cannot fight for their own people. If Biafra land had a representation, if Biafra land has a representation, why is it there is no Abuja in Biafran territory? There is supposed to be a city that is better than Abuja in Biafran territory. Because that is the fowl that laid the golden egg. Biafran people are supposed to be the people that will dictate the tone of the government. If you had people who are really representative of people in Biafra land. But what do you see? Idiots, clowns, who are only self-centered. That is why, because of their stupidity and idiocy, that is why somebody will come from Sokoto and own an oil well in Biafra land. Somebody will come from Borno State and own an oil well in Biafra land. 1, 2, 3. But you, that is in that land, oil well as your backyard, they will make you a pipeline guide. They give you a contract to guide the pipeline, and you are happy with it. You are happy with it. If you fight your brothers over that, you attack your brother, fight over that, die over that, even make chance over that. And your politicians sit back and they are watching. In a country where you are the fowl that laid the golden egg, that's supposed to be pampered. The Biafran people are supposed to be pampered in all ramifications. But these politicians allow the caliphates to manipulate every single one of them because of their evil mind, because what is their heart is evil, because of their fraudulent life and attitude. Look at what is happening in Ebonyi State today. Look at what is happening in Ebonyi State. And when you see what is happening in Ebonyi State, now come down and check how he managed to become a governor. Check how did Peter Mba manage to become a governor. When you read through all that, you now understand why he must obey whatever the caliphate says. You now understand why he must dance to the tune of the caliphate. He doesn't care about his own people. This idiot called Peter Mba, of recent, gave a contract of almost 200 million naira or dollars to a company. He gave a contract, was it 200 billion or 200 million? He gave to a company that was just less than 1 month old, a company that had been established, not even up to 10 days. A company that was established, not up to 10 days, he gave him a contract that is worth billions. With nonsense grammar that he spoke after giving this. When you go and check, you find out that this very company is his own personal business he established to defraud people. The revelation is out. But will the government do anything? Nothing. Nobody's going to speak to him. They will pretend as if they're not seeing him. They will pretend and they will allow him to steal as much as he wants. All he needs to do is to write one word and say, this is what I'm doing. And he will continue to loot the state. And the people in Asarok will keep silent. Nobody will interfere. As long as he's doing the bidding of the Asarok. Today, you see he has given them a land. He secretly went and signed a bill. Secretly, the same criminal went secretly and signed a bill to establish Ruga in Enugu State. That idiot went and signed a secret bill to establish Ruga in Enugu State as we speak. And the Enugu youth came out. Enugu in diaspora wrote a letter to him and told him to withdraw that very bill within 72 hours. But I'm telling the Enugu people, it is not enough to shout. There is no amount of letter you will write that he will listen. The only language that these people understand is the language of force. The only thing you can do, if you are one of those who are involved in writing that letter, I have read the letter is good and excellent, but that is not enough. The time of letter writing, the time of protest have gone. it is time of action. What you have to do is to channel your energy to the Biafra Republic of Nigeria. We have the solution. The Prime Minister of Biafra Republic of Nigeria, we handle his shit. And I bet you, after handling him, he will never remain the same. Don't bother yourself writing letter protesting. It's just a waste of time. The same way he went secretly to sign that bill, he's not going to listen to you. This is the Ruga. Ruga that we know that every state of that nation rejected Ruga. Every state in that contraction called Nigeria rejected Ruga. The Southeast came out and rejected it. They are governors there. But today, Peter Mba secretly. And do you know the funniest thing? When they come, they will change the name to deceive you. And some of you will buy into that name. Today they call it ranch. He said you want to build a ranch. Ranch for who? What happened to the north? Where those idiots are coming from? You and I know that the northern part of Nigeria, from their own map that they presented, with the number and the estimation they presented, from their own statistics, the north have bigger land mass than any part of that contraction. From their own information, from their own statistics, it is not the Biafra statistics. From their own statistics, even from their map that they drew, the northern part of Nigeria has 75% of the land. They have up to 75% of the land. Only 25% is meant for the southwest and the southeast. And I can bet you that the southeast is the smallest based on their own statistics and what they have done. Southeast is the least. So southeast is even the least that you can ever mention and say you want to take a portion of land from what they already have. The land that the southeast don't have. The land they don't have. This is the area that you dare not even dream of handing over an inch of your land to anybody. But what do we see? Every idiot in the southeast is ever ready. As we speak, they already have a ranch in Anambra State. The Fulanis already have a ranch in Anambra State. If you don't know, the video is out. Somebody made a video. I think I shared the video. The Fulanis already have a ranch in Anambra State. Are you talking about Imo State? Imo State, Hope Uzodinma is doing everything possible. That is why Hope Uzodinma is decimating lives. And the Liberation Army is giving it to him woto. The battle between the Liberation Army and Hope Uzodinma is because of the land that he has vowed to give to the Fulanis. He wants to hand the Imo State over to Fulani by all means possible. There was a time he announced of opening Air Force Base or Air Force School, whatever. Air Force School in Imo State. That was just a ploy to take land of people. After announcing that airport, many land of people were confiscated. Lands were confiscated. We are going to build Air Force Base, Air Force School, Air Force Military School in Imo State. But go there now. A video has emerged that the government of Imo State have started selling those lands. And there is no foundation anywhere that has to do with Air Force. And of course, you know that they can never build such kind of infrastructure in Biafra territory. They will not. They will never establish such kind of infrastructure in Biafra land. You and I know very well. But Hope Uzodinma use that to siphon money from Imo State, take land from people, and give to the Fulanis. Now you begin to understand that anybody you see imagine himself with a politician, spit on that idiot. Most especially somebody who claimed to be talking about Biafra restoration. You claim you are a freedom fighter. You claim that you want Biafra to come, and you are praising a politician, an evil, somebody who doesn't want you to breathe. You are nothing but the devil himself. It doesn't matter who you are. That is why when I saw one idiot who came out and say, begin to praise Ifeanyi Ubah, that Ifeanyi Ubah did this and did that, Ifeanyi Ubah is doing this. Idiots, they think they don't have brain. The same Ifeanyi Ubah that Mazin Nandekan warned all the Biafrans. He said, in clear terms, do not have anything to do with Ifeanyi Ubah. that this man have been blackmailing me for a very long time, claiming to be discussing with me, calling with me. I had nothing with him. I have never ever spoken with him and will not. Mazen Nandekan made it clear in ABC. All of a sudden today, one idiot came out from nowhere, claiming to be close to Mazen Nandekan, and she is praising the same man. She's showering praises on him. The most shameful thing is that every one of us know where Mazen Nandekan is in DSS. Every one of us know that the DSS gave Mazen Nandekan 2 visiting days. It is in the open. The DSS gave Mazen 2 visiting days, and in that visiting days, the people who has the ultimate right to see Mazen Nandekan are members of his family. You don't need anybody to help you to get to him. The people that have automatic access to Mazen Nandekan are his lawyers and his members of his family, and any other person that they choose. For member of his family and his lawyers, they have automatic access to Mazen Nandekan. Then, why is it that this one who claimed to be somebody close to Mazen Nandekan, why do somebody who claimed to be family member coming to praise somebody that somebody helped you? That somebody helped you to go and see Mazen Nandekan. Why all of a sudden you are saying that it is somebody, a politician, that helped you to go and see Mazen Nandekan? When you are the person who is supposed to permit that politician, you have the right to be the person to permit that politician to go and see Mazen Nandekan. It's supposed to be the other way around. It's supposed to be that politician that will be present and say that you allowed him to join. Because I could remember when some tough politician wanted to see Mazen Nandekan, then the White lawyer was there. The White lawyer refused Odjus Okalo from seeing Mazen Nandekan. Odjus Okalo has to fight and go through the back door. How comes the person now who has the right is the person who is praising a politician, that the politician gave her opportunity to go and see Mazen Nandekan? It's arrant nonsense and madness. Now you begin to see that Mazen Nandekan has been living with an enemy. But we thank Chukwu Okike Abiama that this time it is a different ballgame. In the new dimension, every hidden secret will be out. And we are not giving up. You're welcome, my beloved brother. Thank you so much for joining. Sorry, yesterday we had a problem with your network and you couldn't be able to conclude on your line of thought.
Yeah. Good morning, sir.
You're welcome, my brother.
Okay, sir. Actually, I like the speaker so much.
Thank you.
I decided that from down here. You have something to say? Okay. So, from the point I met this discussion, I have to say something before I present my question where I need clarity. I discover Biafra is the only solution for the children of God. And that is the reason why some of us are tirelessly working harder to ensure that we, call on our people, beckon on them to really see the need. Because at this time, just like the prayer Mazin and the candle, we prayed before the program started. I mean, this particular program we are into. The people have lost hope. Our people, they are living like at now, all hope is lost, life is gone, and so they have already seen their graves dug, and so then they are only waiting once they will be pushed into the grave and they cover, then they know that it's all over. So that's the level they have been put. And I thank God for Oyendu, who asked for 100 men, and by the grace of God, God Himself knowing that the 100 men are not there like what he would think. He did what he would do as God. And when we go to church, we will sing a song, the Lord works in a mysterious way. But when we finish singing, we will, and the Lord will start working the same way. And we will now like, are you sure this is not Satan working this dimension? So the Lord did what he would do as a mysterious God who works mysteriously because he is more than any other thing you can think of. He now gave us Simon Epa, who is 1,000 men, even 1 million men in one. And the dimension he's taking us till tomorrow, when I stay down like this on my own, I smile. I keep smiling, and people ask, why is your face beaming? I tell them, you won't understand. Others who, if I mention, they will understand. I say, the way Mazi Simon Ekpa is working and the dimension is taking us is what is making me glad. So, you see, the police men in Nigeria, in this contraction zoo, I do call it a jungle because zoo is far better than a jungle. Zoo is in partition, is a decent place, is a place that observes rule of law. But the jungle doesn't observe that. You understand, sir? In zoo we have partitions, and the rats survive in their angle or their corner because there are restrictions of the wild animals coming to consume them. So zoo is a very decent place. It's a disciplined area. So zoo is better than Nigeria. Nigeria is a jungle. It's only in the jungle where we don't have boundaries and no one observes, boundaries. No one observes limitations or something or restrictions. They do whatever they like. They turn the weak ones into a prey. And that's exactly the picture of this contraction called Nigeria, which is not really a country, but a business enterprise for the British. And our people seem not to know. And now that is the reason why we know the duties of the police institution. But here in Nigeria, when you go to a police station, there is no police station that does not have a shrine that they worship. And then, they make power, they get powers from this shrine. Then before they go out for their duties to enable them to keep the people like animals, that the people, rising up to exercise their rights, you know. That is what is happening here in Nigeria. And sometimes I do ask myself, if these are real police, why would they be gallivanting about the common man's street? I mean, with AK-47, molesting people the way they are doing is not done. It's only beasts that can do this. So they are not human beings. And I mean, Nigerian government, I do tell people that Nigeria is not running a government. Nigeria is running a banditry organization. So the government or the so-called government operating in Nigeria is embarking on banditry, terrorism. I mean, pure terrorism. I don't know whether the world is not seeing it, or either that they are sold to, the gain they are making in Nigeria, which is the oil, the money, and all of that, to sustain their people and to enable their people to live like human beings. Why the people that really own these resources are living, I mean, less than animals. Animals survive the way that they survive their lives as humans. You understand, sir? So it's a very big pity. Some of us sometimes when I see the way what people are passing through, I shed tears, I cry. And you won't know that is the secret behind my gladness when I see what Simon Ekpa is doing. The dimension is taking up. So the only hope for the people is Biafra. The people should know that. Our people should know that. And we should be working harder in our corners to support what Simon Ekpa is doing, to enable us go home, where we can live freely like human beings and serve the God we choose to serve. Because when you are not in order, you can't even serve the God in a way you are supposed to serve Him. And from even the point I just made here, you bear me witness that Nigerian ministers in the Christendom, they are, working with the same Nigerian government pattern of leadership. The ministries, the churches, where the monkeys are walking, baboons are the one busy eating. That is exactly what you see in all the churches, in Nigeria. And they are doing picking pockets in the churches from the members, extortion, frustrating the people when they have nothing at home to eat. The same way the Nigerian government is running, that is how the church is running in Nigeria, emulating their pattern of, government, impoverishing the people, and then when making themselves, rich to eat well, you know, is a pitiful situation indeed. When you are here to observe all of these things happen. So I I I am really not happy over the way people are suffering, you know. And then I keep blaming the ministers on the other hand over this particular test that we start hearing me.
Yeah, I can hear you.
I the minister because now, like the question I asked somebody yesterday, I said, what is this exactly that you people are doing? You come to the church, you tell us history of Israel, yes. Along the line, you back it up with Christ, gave his life for us, and as such, we need to, receive him in our lives, so it will mark us as being born again. Yes, good. We are not disputing that fact that Christ gave his life for us to enable us to return fully unto our Father God. But then, when you finish giving us the history of Israel, right where they are, and here today, God kept us in this other side, and we are still Israelites, even by flesh, before you talk of by spirit. Are you getting me, sir? So therefore, if we are here, what do we supposed to do? We are supposed to have, the pastor sometimes tell us what is happening within our area. So that there are a lot of people who are not, exposed to information or events. And that is why you have the people this foolish, because it is said that when you are not informed, you are deformed. And that's a fact. So the rightful place where we are supposed to be gaining this information, awareness, is in the church. If the ministers do us well, ensure that they will be giving us information in all the schedule of the church, they make out time to give us information or something, events that is going on within our territory or within the scope of Nigeria. And then so that the people will be aware. And it is only when you are informed, the book of James told me that, or told us that when we pray amiss, God will not answer our prayers. That means God is a defined God. So when you are coming to Him in prayer, you must be definitive on what you want before God will answer your prayer. The way He put it, the book of James. He said it's not that God's hands are so short or that he cannot answer prayers, but when we pray amiss, He will not answer. You understand, sir? So we must define what we want, how we want it. When we ask, He will answer us. So that is the reason why it is very, very essential for the minister, our pastor, to ensure that they make out time to give us our history. Because I can remember the cases. They mostly gathered all the momentum to go against Pharaoh. It was because God gave it his secret. And what you ask, and say, as I am going there, what will I tell the people that you actually know? And that was the question to know the history of to know. And it was as Moses came about it that he gathered the momentum, and then no seven kind of the whole world here. But independently, once he got the download, he faced the power against the right. And I do tell people that your history is your past, your history is your history is your strength, your your knowledge. You understand?
Yeah.
Your history is your, and so God gave Moses his history, and from that very moment, Moses did what ordinarily he cannot do. And and that is what Marvin Nandikan was taking his time to do all this to give us our history. And that makes us to know that what we are supposed to do, where we are coming from, where we are, and where we are supposed to be. That is exactly what is helping the movement today to the level. Let the ministers help us to spread this information in the church and not just getting busy, giving us of where they are, and then they cannot give us out, and then they hide it from us, and at the end of the day, they take money and then say, okay, what is this that is giving the Fulanis the morale? Because the history they have, their history is part of them to give them, no matter how small. Because when they gather in their mosque, they start them with their history. I get the point I'm making.
Yeah.
It's very, very essential. I have to at this time so that you will help these them to people are watching and going viral. There are others that don't have this stuff. You get the point, sir. So let the ministers start telling us what is happening and how it is happening. It will help the people and know exactly what it will help the people know that Nigeria is not a place they can continue with. Therefore, they should be looking for a nation where they can serve God and better. So I thank you so much for this aspect. That's what I have for you as a contribution. While I have contributions something. I have a question here like the people have some I I people I'm still leading people to voting for this our referendum. And A lot of people have voted at the point. Things are not as first. So help people to vote. So with that, I am asking a question that what is the limit number of that can be registered through the help of someone who have an Android?
What
Can you
is, I
get my
can't hear
question?
you probably. What is what?
Okay, what is the limit number of people, one who have a Android phone? You know, here in Nigeria, every not everybody is accessible to having an Android phone because the toughness of life, because of the toughness of life. So in this case, uh, we who have access to Android phones or smartphones, we endeavor to help others who are willing to vote for their self-referendum. So at a point when I was doing that, after I reached out to people, my system didn't access, you uh, registering others again. So that's why I'm asking, what is the limit number of people that one can limit voting? So,
Well, I think in that case, there is no limitation to that. If it were when we were using, then when we were using the Gmail, all you need to do is to create Gmail. But I think that issue of Gmail now have been taken out. Now there are two other methods you can use. Now the three method you can use is through the form. You know about the form issue, just download the form and you print the form, then people will vote through the form and be submitted. Some you just fill the form and you are send the form through the very site. There's a site, the link is there on our Prime Minister's platform. If you go to his X platform, you're going to see the link of where to submit the form. And there is another one people can make through phone call. There are phone numbers available that you can call. Once you call, the people will just interview you, give your information, give your consent, and they help you to vote. And again, voting online like the one you talked by creating a Gmail and all that. So those are the three ways. But I don't think that issue of voting through it doesn't have limitation. As long as it is a new Gmail, it will always go through. But it has been made simpler. It has been made simple that you can vote through the card. In that card, all you need to do, just download the card and fill the form. After filling the form, it will submit it. I don't know whether if you have seen the video of some that have been printed in Biafra land there. So many forms have been printed in Biafra land and it will be circulated. Just that it's been made private, it's not going to be made in open place for now. So in such cases, one can just print the form. All you have to do is just to print the form out, then make the voting, and then it will be submitted. Those are the three ways that is being used now, but it doesn't have limitation.
okay. So of that particular method of printing the form for people to exercise in and then and submit it, that link, I don't know if I can call, I don't know how I can get the.
Do you have a link to your de facto government? The de facto government in your state. Every state have an administrator for the state. You have your state de facto government. If you are in the group of your state de facto government, you will know where to get the form and how to make submissions.
Okay, I would love you lead me having the link to my de facto government within my state.
Are
Because
you in touch with the de facto government?
no.
Okay, that's it. You have to be in touch with the federal government of your own state. Once you know your state where you belong, be in touch with the federal government, then you can be able to get it. You know, all these things, when everything we are doing, you have to first of all consider the security of the people on the ground. Security is number one. We must have to make sure that everybody in Biafra land is secure. It is not just about going after the restoration of Biafra, because it is human being that will be in that Biafra. So we put the security of the people first. We put the security of the people first to make sure that there are people are secure. So that very card is available and it's going to be shared. It's going to be used during the time of the 3 days sit at home, which is going to start 29th, 30th, and 31st. Which will be used. So if you are in touch with the de facto government, it will be much more easier for you to get those informations through the de facto government, because it's not something we speak online or talk about online. And My number is not available now. I will try to see if I can be able to get out my number, then I will just leave a message for me. If you leave a message for me privately, then I can be able to link you to your de facto government if you don't have their link. I will send the link to your de facto government. Just write your state and where you belong. Then I can be able to send the de facto government group for you so that you can join the group and get the information necessary where those forms are being shared and how you're going to get it along.
It's okay, sir. As well, I would love to have, I don't know, your WhatsApp number, if you can permit me to have it.
Yeah, my WhatsApp number, I think I'm using my phone now to stream on, I'm using it to stream on Facebook, and it's going to be very difficult for me to get it out now. So I think what is going to happen, you can leave a message for me on the comment section. Just leave a message for me on the comment section. From the comment section, I can be able to dictate, then I will send the number to you.
All right, sir. Thank you, sir. I'm grateful.
Okay.
Okay, sir.
Thank you so much, my beloved brother. Just keep on doing your good work. You are really appreciated. One thing you should know that we are doing it for ourselves. Once you are doing it, feel that you are working for yourself. You're not working for me. You're not working for someone, anybody. It is your business. That is where I see the Biafra issue. It is my business. I'm not doing it. I'm doing it for anybody. If I don't do it, it is going to affect my future. It will affect my children unborn. If I do it right, it is for my future. My children are going to benefit it. Like somebody was writing on my comment section some time ago, and he said that this Biafra you are talking about, you will not even see it. I say it doesn't matter whether I see it or not. As long as Biafra comes, I'm not doing it that I should enjoy it. It's for those who are coming behind me. There's something that the joy we will have is that even when you are dying, you are sure that what you are dying for will surely come true. And your children will not suffer what you have suffered. That is the joy of it all. So it is not about me, whether I will be there in Biafra when it comes to be this or that. No. That's not what it's about. It is about our collective interest as Biafrans for our future to grow. That is where we should focus. So it is not a personal issue that we begin to make it as if it becomes another zoo where people are pursuing personal interests. It is not about personal, it is about collective interest of the Biafran people. For us to have a place where everybody can aspire to any position. Our unborn children can aspire to any position. You must not know somebody before you attain to any position. All you need to do is to go to school and read. Once you can be able to read, I think that you can be anything you want to be. That is the kind of country we wish to see. So that is it. Thank you so much, my beloved brother. May Chukwu Okike continue to guide and protect you. I appreciate your presence, and you are always welcome. Thank you.
Yeah, thank you.
So, my fellow Biafrans that are watching, I appreciate that has connected, and Biafrans that are watching across the world, I believe you have learned one or two things. I can see my beloved sister Mary Thelkam is there. My beloved sister, may Chukwu come and God protect you. Thank you so much for coming up. Blessing Chukwu, thank you for being around. Kinsley, thank you so much for being there. And my beloved sister Diana Ogumbiare, thank you so much. And every other person that is out there, whether you are commenting or not, we must remain consistent. Your eye must be on the rising sun. Focus on the rising sun. There is no other remedy, no solution anywhere except the rising sun. That is where our faith lies. That is where our future lies. It doesn't matter what you hear, what they say. If anybody is telling you that of a better Nigeria, that person is your greatest enemy, because there will never, ever be anything called a better Nigeria. Nigeria is a British company, and as you can see, knowing fully well that Biafrans are walking away, you can see them coming to visit their people. You can see them coming to make sure that their company is running well. You see Meghan and Charles that came to Nigeria to do whatever they want to go. Harry and Meghan that came, they came to supervise the business of their family. And you see where they went. To the north. It's always with the north. They got nothing to do with Biafra land. When they come, they stay in the southwest and they stay in the north mainly. They don't come to Biafra land. We don't have anything to do with these people. We are not in their project. And likewise, we must not put them in our project. If you're a Biafra, think of what you can do for your nation as Biafra. You got no business with the war of Nigeria. There is you are not in the project of Nigeria. So why must you be forcing yourself into it? Why do you have to force yourself into it? We must wake up and focus on the direction of freedom. May Chukwu Okike Abiyama guide and protect every one of us that have been part of this program. We have spent almost 1 hour 30 minutes here. We are going to come back tomorrow same time or in the evening. I'm going to be live in the evening also. So please, if you have time, you can join me in my evening program. I come in every day, twice a day. I give my message in the morning, and in the evening I will still come up again to give some brief. Sometime in the evening becomes so tough. When I'm so tired, just make it very brief and I go. So if you have time, join us in the evening for this message as we continue. May Chukwu Okike Abiyama guide and protect every Biafran, guide and protect the Liberation Army, the resistance fighters, the Black Marine, the Strike Force, all the forces that are fighting on the ground. Guide and protect the de facto government in the homeland. May Chukwu Okike Abiyama guide and protect the Biafra, the political exile, and every member of the cabinet. May Chukwu Okike Abiyama guide and protect our Prime Minister, Master Samuel Ekpa. We pray for him for divine wisdom, divine protection. No evil shall befall him. No evil shall befall him. No evil shall befall him. We pray for Master Nandekan for divine wisdom, for divine strength, for divine healing, for divine protection. No evil shall befall Master Nandekan. He's going to come out and enjoy us, and every one of us shall rejoice with him. I appreciate every one of you that have participated in this program today, and I say, may Chukwu Okike Abiyama be our guide and protector. No weapon formed or fashioned against us as Biafra shall prosper. No weapon formed or fashioned against our Prime Minister, Mazi Samuel shall prosper. No weapon formed or fashioned against our Supreme Leader, Mazi Nandeka shall prosper. Thank you so much for being part of this program. I will see you again tomorrow. Stay blessed. Be there in the evening if you have time. Join me in the evening. I'm still going to be on in the evening. Stay blessed. Bye-bye.